But to use what happened as a reason to deny people their right to protest is something that we oppose.
8:33. In the next few minutes, of course, we'll be making another stop, but we'll take a few more phone calls from Mr. Later. Are you there? Hello.
Yes, I am, Matt. Good morning.
Uh-huh.
And to Mr. Later. Mr. Later, I like your style and I like your patience. And you have said it all, so I won't repeat it. And, of course, on the big picture, we see now that the Police Welfare Association is speaking openly, and I consider that to be some progress. What are your words on that, Mr. Later? Good morning.
Well, I must say that, as I said to the president of the Police Welfare Association, if there is one time that I'm very proud of the Police Welfare Association, is this time. They have shown that they are not going to sit and accept certain things, they are going to speak. And I believe when you represent employees, whether they are police, whether they are nurses, whether they are teachers, whether they are clerical workers, whatever they are, or whoever they are, that this is how you have to approach the situation. You have got to think of what may happen as a result of the position that you take. You have to be open, frank, and represent the people. And I want to commend and congratulate the Police Welfare Association for the position that they have taken.
All right, let's take another phone call here. It's 8:34. A few more minutes with Mr. Later this morning. A few more questions. Hello.
I say praises, thanks, blessings. And
Yes, good morning, sir.
Mr. Peltier, blessings in your family, sir.
To you too, sir.
Mr. Later, same here, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, blessings. It's very interesting. Let me congratulate Dr. Thompson Fountain, Matt, on his new appointment. Very interesting.
Are we losing Mr. Thompson Fontaine to Sudan, huh?
Another gap for a brain drain, Matt. You know, that's what it is, Matt. If you're not ready, you're better off dead. Go to, what's the place name again? Anyway, Sudan, wherever it is.
Sudan.
Not very interesting, Mr. Later.
Hello.
Matt, I want to just talk about that whole thing, and I've said it, repeatedly, Matt, where these guys behave like serial killers who eat their victims. So they're serial killers and cannibals. They feed on their own. What is happening to the public service, Matt? It is frightening, and a lot of people have to take note of that, because you're threatening the very people who risk their lives to secure the state. And you treat them like, like they're children, like they're nobodies. All little ministers that born yesterday, they're millionaires. They have all kind of wealth in other people's names. And, they have so much stuff, they don't know where to hide it. Banks are turning them away. And you have police officers, teachers, nurses, fire people, and everybody, they're begging. And come on, give me a break. Matt, something else I want to say in closing. Matt, I have said it already. This is not the same thing. Matt, in time of when Charles Savran them was doing all the thing, or the days of the real power of the union, you had no police with cameras, any little protest, any little picketing, police come taking your pictures. Now they're victimizing people. I heard Mr. Later say people just talk, and they were transferred to Timbuktu, Matt, and they have to find their way back to Rose or wherever they are. So to try to make it look like, the Mr. Later is weak, and the members of the thing, it's just about self-preservation, because these guys go feed. They're feeding on the people. So really and truly, according to Mr. Later, it's all about patience and strategy, planning and everything. And when the right time comes, look at what they're doing to the police. So they're shooting themselves in the foot. I don't know. They work Houdini magic, and they might just mend the fences, and the police start singing a different song. But I'm just saying, there must be a straw to break that devil back, Matt. Thank you.
Thank you too. It's 8:37. Hello. Talk to me. Yeah, hello.
I must say congratulations to Dr. Thompson and all those people who used to give him bad names. Tell them, eat their hearts out now. Sylvian Albert and Tony Astafan, eat your heart out.
Thank you, sir. Our final phone call, we allow Mr. Later to wrap up this morning. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, good morning, Matt. Boy, the Chinese been buffering. Them days I can't get through is like 20 minutes later. Brother, Later, I want to say thank you for being a man amongst men, for leadership, like I said, is defined at it's not just, it's not years, it's a juncture, moment where, you rise, and rising is process, it's technique, it's procedure, and And I applaud what the procedure that you're about. I applaud what is executive. I applaud the planning. I applaud the process. Protest is a process. It's not just and that is correct. And do it the right way. Build this thing. It's building. I want to call on the patriots. Go out and support the workers tomorrow. Support the workers. Be in the yard. Let them know that they have people at their back, that they can come out of these jobs. That is what they need. They need a vote of confidence so they can stand behind this executive. So I applaud the process. I want to call on the United Workers' Party and Lennox Linton and his brothers. It is time to sit and have a serious consultation on this, engaging from this government and this parliamentary process. We have to arrive at that juncture where we have to start disengaging this government, and it is time for us to make that move in that parliament. It is a waste of time going in there and having conversations with Roosevelt Scary. A waste of time. We need to legitimize this protest, and the patriots have to get ready, because we're going to have to go out. We're going to have to go out in those kinds of numbers that the police have to be afraid to arrest any of us. You understand? Prepare yourselves. We're going to have to do this. We have to challenge this law and Blackmore. Challenge it. When the law becomes grievous to you, you have to disengage from the law. You have to disrespect the law. And Dominicans and patriots, we are arriving at that juncture in Dominica where we have to prepare ourselves to disrespect the law. Disrespect it peacefully, but disrespect it. Peace and blessings, my brother.
Peace and blessings. Brother Later, the final words are yours this morning.
Bro, we just want to say to the rest of Dominica, those people who were disappointed. I mean, we respect that. We cannot please everybody. But Matt, we want to assure Dominicans that as a public service union, we have our part to play. And our position is not just to talk about salary increases, as we said, or negotiations. We have a right to speak on any issues. When we look, for example, Matt, at what is happening in our country, where our local businesses, they are being forced out of operation. We have an example of ISA Trading, where this gentleman has spent so much employing Dominicans, but he's been kicked out of the place because the Chinese has agreed to pay more rent to the owner. So you know what is happening? You have maybe ISA, if he just doesn't get somewhere else, having to lay off about 20-25 people. A Chinese comes in, opens a store, and the other thing is these people are coming in and they are not opening any big thing to employ a large number of Dominicans. Employ a store, and he only needs about 1 or 2 people to be in that store. Whereas with the kind of operation that Mr. Issa is doing, he may be employing about 25 people. So that is, you might end up having 25 people out of job because of one Chinese coming and opening a store. And this is the kind of thing, Matt, when we go to the ILO, when we go to all international conferences, these are the things that we talk about. People coming in, Chinese coming in, getting contracts, our own people not being able to do the job. We speak about this thing. The last time I was in Jamaica, I met with the ILO director, and that was one of the issues that I raised. But in your own country, when you speak about it, people label you. Matt, we have a lot of work to do, and I want to assure Dominicans that the Dominica Public Service Union will be at the forefront of the struggle. But people have to understand, now and 30 years ago, 40 years ago, it was a different situation. We now have to mobilize people. We have to educate people. Before, the people had their political agenda, and all you had to say was call them and they would be there. It is a different time, and all we need is give us time. Let us do what we have to do. Let us mobilize our members. Let us talk to them. Let us educate them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Later. Have a great one tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming.
Thanks welcome.
For coming. We're coming back after this. Right after this.
The DPSU invites all members and all patriots to a rally for the cause Thursday, April 27th on the grounds of the DPSU building from 4:30 p.m.
We shall overcome.
DPSU, united in purpose, united in action. Come share in our luncheon on Friday, April 28th and our wireless walk to Spanning Falls on Monday, May 1st, May Day from 9 a.m. Public officers, police officers, fishermen, teachers, firemen, prison officers, all patriots rally for a just cause. Join us on Thursday, April 27th. Them belly full, but we hungry. Find the money. We say no to 000. And don't forget to pick up your DPSU t-shirts, only $30.
Hey, my friends, y'all know I don't try to do too much videos unless I feel I'm inspired by the Spirit of God to do so. The Lord spoke to me last night. I could hardly sleep. His hands was heavy upon me. And he said, tell my people that I'm shutting down the enemy that seek to frustrate, hinder, or stop the fulfillment of his purpose and mandate that he has placed on your life in this hour and in this season. The weapons may form, but they will not prosper. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You remember the story of Daniel, how the enemies of Daniel threw him in the lion's den, hoping that the lions would destroy Daniel? God shut the mouths of the lions. Glory to God. And I say to you today, God is shutting down your haters and those who seek to stop, frustrate, or hinder the assignment that he placed on your life in this season. Listen to me. Receive this. He's shutting them down. Whoever seek to bring you out to open shame in this hour, every undermining spirit, every undermining devil, every plot is getting shut down in the name of Jesus. Watch this, y'all. And the enemy who seek to continue to pursue you, God said, the same lions that they thought would have destroyed you is the same lions that will destroy them. Read the story of Daniel. You'll see what I'm talking about. Share this. Share it with your friends, your family members. Share this with some of your haters. Matter of fact, they will know. They will know. May the Lord bless you, my brothers and sisters. May the Lord keep you. I'm praying for you. And I declare this is your season to shine. This is your season to move forward and fulfill everything that God placed in your heart. God bless you.
Of course, we heard the news that you may have received a mail through, of course, the internet. It's 8:45. Just want to repeat an interview I had yesterday with Kenneth Rijok before I introduced the officials there of the United Workers' Party. Let's listen to Kenneth Rijok again. We aired that yesterday. Of course, we heard the news that you may have received a mail through, of course, the internet, if you will, that you will be sued for the allegations that you made against the government.
Well, I made the allegations against the individuals. I was given 3 hours in which to either retract my articles or to pay the penalty. And those individuals that are committing those acts, they're not doing it as officials of the Commonwealth of Dominica. They're doing it out of criminal intent. Those people may hold the office, but the actions that they are taking are not the actions of the people of Dominica. They are the actions of career criminals. And let the lawsuit begin. I intend to get counsel and defend it. And I also intend to take a copy of that lawsuit and give it to the United Nations Security Council, because what's happening in Dominica, especially after yesterday's regulation saying that public assembly was no longer permitted, is the country is going from democracy to dictatorship. And that represents a clear and present danger to the rest of the Western Hemisphere. We don't need another Grenada in the history books of the East Caribbean, please.
So you're saying that you're taking this further?
Yes, sir. I'm going to take the complaint to the United Nations and give it to the American ambassador and explain that Dominica has the potential to become a danger to the peace and security of the hemisphere, and as such, I'm going to call for a United Nations investigation of what is now a virtual dictatorship.
There's also a report as well that you plan to take this to Reporters Without Borders?
That's correct, and to the Organization of American States. You know that there's no real press freedom in Dominica now because of the regime. Therefore, the world needs to know that.
You know, I'll ask you the same question I asked you yesterday. Mr. Rijok, what is the objective? Why is Dominica of interest to you at this time?
My interest is purely democratic. I do not like to see it when any country in the Western Hemisphere ceases to become a democracy. When you have a country where votes can be purchased, it becomes, frankly, a regime which will rise and fall on the pockets full of cash of those people who want to corrupt the entire government system. I'd like to see democracy back there, and I'd like to see Dominica not have such a bad rap for being the place to go if you need to buy a passport.
So my understanding of this, Mr. Rijok, is this: you're gonna take this further than it is right now.
Well, it has to be, because it hasn't picked up the attention of the major media either in the UK or in North America. The world needs to know that democracy in Dominica is going to hell in a handbasket.
In the suit, from what I read thus far, they try to say that you're a blogger and you're not a journalist.
Well, they should realize that I live in the United States, and here in the state of Florida where I reside, the court decisions are uniform that anybody who's a blogger and serves the public interest happens to be a journalist, and he's entitled to all the privileges thereon.
Well, what is the reaction thus far from all this attention to you, Mr. Rijok?
I don't seek any attention. I'm just looking to put out the fire in Roseau. I'm only looking to be an arbiter of change. I have no stake in the game. I have no political affiliations there. I'm not receiving any blood money from any of the parties. I note that the party in power has hired at government expense a company in the United States, which is basically a spin doctor, which has been cranking out all sorts of garbage, putting it out in the media to say how great things are in Dominica and how any of our charges have no legal merit. Well, you can't hide the truth forever, Mr. Scarrett.
Are you surprised, Mr. Rijok, that they've brought us in this lawsuit against you?
No, I'm not surprised at all. What I am really surprised about is that there are international forces afoot in Dominica who are hiding away from the public eye, and I fear that whatever they're engaged in happens to be a problem. Did you know, for example, that the embassy of the People's Republic of China has no formal address, and it operates under a post office box? Although I have an idea as to where it's located, I would sure like to see why there's no picture of the embassy on its website. And I'd like to know how many people work there, considering that there right now are no Chinese visitors to Dominica, and I can't find a record of a single Dominican visitor to China at this time. What are they doing with this huge embassy and all of these staff members? Is this an intelligence agency that's spying on Dominica as well as spying on the United States? I'd like to know that.
Are you saying that a lot more questions needs to be asked about the East Chinese embassy?
Yes, sir. I'm wondering why they are hidden. Why are they underneath some degree of secrecy? And why on earth would they even require anything more than a small consulate in a country with which they have no business? They have no trade, no tourism. There is really no need for visa service. There's no need for passports or tourists who get in trouble, who become ill. The whole thing to me sounds extremely suspicious, and I think it deserves an international investigation.
Mr. Rijok, thank you very much. 8:52 is the morning time, of course, Dominica. That was an interview I did with Kenneth Rijok yesterday afternoon and talk on the blog. I just thought there was need to repeat it to you and for you this morning. But we're here to talk about the grand opening, if you will, of the West Bridge. We're hearing a lot of talk about what's going on, or what will go on Monday, May Day in Dominica. Here, the Roseau MP, and of course, we have the two Isaacs. Very powerful team.
Isaac Squared.
This morning here with me, of course, we have almost one engineer and physical planner, urban developer with us, and of course, Mr. Isaac himself, an economist and developer. Good morning, sir. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Good morning, Matt. I'm fine. Thank you.
Good. Of course, Mr. Isaac, good morning. Roseau MP.
Good morning, Matt, and a special good morning to the people of Dominica here and abroad, and very special good morning to the people of Roseau Central.
A lot of talk about the opening on Monday. As a Roseau Central MP, what do you make of what is going on here?
Well, first of all, I must deal with it in a professional manner. As you said, I'm an engineering background and an economist also. So I have to take that in consideration, my professional background, and also as a politician, you know, so I have to balance the act as the MP and look also at the national interest. For me, in regards to engineering, I cannot really say anything negative in terms of the engineering quality of the bridge. As for example, ACE or any other company would have done a good bridge similar to what is done there. So I want to congratulate the engineers first of all for doing a good job on the surface that what we can see. So I would like to congratulate them, and also say on behalf of the people of Roseau that anything that is bringing economic development to Roseau, we welcome it. However, we are very concerned in how the process was done. We have a law, an act called the Public Procurement and Contract Administration Act. There are two major sections I just want to highlight. I'm not going to read it in detail, but I'll just press it. Section 28 and Section 78. In Section 28, it says that the body, if let's say the Ministry of Works, would have to come up with estimates for projects. So you'd say, for example, for excavation, it would cost X amount. For procurement of steel and the different material, it would cost Y amount. And then you'd say, okay, procurement of labor, it would cost a certain amount. And then you'd come up with an estimate for the bridge. Under Section 78, however, Section 78 says clearly that the procurement official, which would be the Ministry of Communication and Works or Works, whichever department, would have the responsibility to ensure, they have a fiduciary responsibility to ensure that we are getting value for money. And also there is a subsection under 78 which says clearly that there should not be any perceived conflict of interest or any potential conflict of interest. And it says clearly in that subsection there also that we must ensure we have a competitive bidding process which would ensure that Dominica get value for money. On that basis, I'm saying that we as parliamentarians have a fiduciary responsibility to ensure that things are done properly. And if something is not tendered for $18 million, then obviously we'd have to do the research. So we talk to civil engineers, we talk to people like Isaac Baptiste who have a significant amount of experience dealing with bill of quantities and those matters. We talk to quantity surveyors and all those people there. Everybody is saying that this bridge would cost up to the tune of $9 to $10 million maximum. And under also Section 78, it speaks about contingency. Section 28, I mean, about contingency. So contingency, we put $1 million. So at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves a question. Why would we make a foreign company make close to, let's say, $7 to $8 million on the back of Dominicans, where, for example, the Salisbury area, they have bridges that have not been repaired, and we break down an existing bridge to do something where the MP of Roseau North and the MP of Roseau Central, that's me, we were never consulted, we were never nothing was discussed with us. That was never our priority for our constituencies.
So that was not a priority at the start?
No. For example, for Roseau Central, the priority was one, access to proper sporting facility for our young people. And they gave that to the Chinese without consultation with us. Again, a priority for us was how do we ensure that Roseau is looking at in a better condition as a product for tourism? For example, proper drainage, proper sidewalk, etc. That was the major priority for Roseau at this point in time because the bridge was operational at the time.
I'm hearing critics and supporters basically saying this is a political gimmick, was it, you think?
Well, yeah. Again, you have to ask, what is the impetus? Why would you want, in all the national priorities we have, why would you want to build a bridge given directly to a company, and that same company, interestingly, built a bridge in Portsmouth, the Indian River Bridge, I think, based on information from one of people dealing with them, that cost $4 million, approximately same size, same length. $4 million, and now we give that same company to build the bridge now similar for $18 million. Whereas we have so many priorities in the country. For example, all those bridges we needed to repair, that is one. But for us now, see what has happened to us. We have suffered in the productive sector. The Labour Party, as we said, had a good idea in regards to the coffee plant. Somebody gave them a good idea. We supported it in Parliament. So we are saying, out of that 18 million, you could put another $2 million to ensure that coffee plant open to employ at least 50 to 100 people. We also saying that the abattoir, good idea again, but it's ideas and lack of proper project management and implementation. We said, okay, why can't you put another $1 million there or $2 million? Then you still have 14 million. What about the water project? We gave Charles Maynard, for example, $1 million in consultancy to do some work for the water project. There now we could come now and say, okay, let's put a $5 million to create a proper juicing plant and water plant well together, and so that we can export, again creating at least a 50 to 100 jobs, sustainable jobs. So that is another example. We still remain from the 14,000, we still remain now about
9,000?
No, I saying we 14 million, sorry. We remain 9 million again. Why can't we now do a boutique type operation like in Grenada? They doing chocolate, boutique type chocolate in an agro-tourism type of way, where we could have a chocolate factory, combine with some agro-tourism project, for example, and then put another 5 million. And then we still remain another $5 to $4 million. So you see how many things we could do to create sustainable jobs. So as a member of Parliament and a citizen of Dominica, I must say that we cannot support something that is doing the wrong. For example, I always say, I have never put myself to be so religious and spiritual better than anybody. But I'm saying, if the devil come to you and the devil says, okay, I'm giving you $1 million, I would like your soul, would you give him your soul? No. So if, for example, we have laws in place and a prime minister is coming to you and he's saying, okay, we are breaking the law, we are maneuvering the law, we're doing everything wrong that the Bible itself would condemn, why would we now join that person in celebration of a corrupt practice or a practice that is not in keeping with the law of Dominica? So I'm calling on all Dominicans, right-thinking Dominicans, and specifically labor rights, they must understand that I came out from a labor family. My father, Mosupi, he was a labor supporter with Thomas Baptist and all those guys, Patrick John Time. So I know a man who came out from a labor home, who had strong links with the Freedom Party, because Freedom Party sent me to study. I am calling on all of them, all Dominicans, innocent labor rights, to understand you cannot let a man lead you in the wrong direction that even Jesus Christ would condemn. He would condemn bribery and corruption. So I'm saying, calling, appealing to all Dominicans across the board, do not come and celebrate a corrupt practice where, for example, you did not even tender the thing properly in a competitive way, where, for example, our Dominican engineers could benefit and the money trickle down into our economy where you can get something. When they bring you to celebrate with them, what's going to happen? The next day or 3 days, a week after, you have nothing to eat, nothing to put on your table. Your table empty, but you have around 15 to 20 of them running the country where they're making millions of dollars and you there suffering.
Thomas, of course, Mr. Isaac, I just want to ask you a question in relation to what, of course, Joseph just said. This value for money?
Absolutely not, Matt. Good morning again, Matt, and good morning to the listeners of Q95 in Dominica and abroad, particularly the people of the Catskills constituency. Matt, two quick observations before I go into the meat of the subject before us. Interestingly about Kenneth Rojak is the fact that he is away. Anytime he is accused of saying things about Dominica, you can find him and he'll respond. Yet in Dominica, the people who have elected to represent us, to answer questions, they are not available and will not answer questions. Let me also extend congratulations to Dr. Thompson Fontaine for his appointment, and to say that, again, you see the disrespect the last sitting of Parliament, the debate of the 2016-2017 budget, they tried to ridicule him. He went as far, one of the parliamentarians on the Labour Party side, went as far as suggesting that he was probably a janitor at the IMF. And recently, Monday, they had this big conference trying to invite the parliamentary opposition and the United Workers' Party. And you have a panelist and you have someone like Dr. Fountain not being invited to sit on that panel, and where he could make some tremendous contributions. So once again, congratulations to Dr. Fountain here.
Before you go ahead, I want to join you in congratulating Dr. Thompson Fountain. We are proud of you. I think people who don't know what we're talking about, Dr. Fountain have gotten a consultancy to be a senior advisor in South Sudan, and he'll be reporting directly to the president of this country.
That's big news.
Yeah, big news. Big news. And news so Dominicans can be proud of. Forget politics. We are very proud of him.
Yes, Matt, let's put this West Bridge project into context. When the Dominican Labour Party came into office, they met on stream, ready to be implemented, and financing basically available because the Kuwaitis were prepared to finance the whole project, the Roseau Road Reinstatement Project. The objective of that project, because during the Freedom Party time, all the roads, the streets in the city of Roseau were dug up and we replaced with water lines and sewer lines called under the Sewage and Water Sanitation Project for the city of Roseau. So the United Workers' Party said, what is the point of doing temporary repairs to these roads? Let us redo the city of Roseau, all the streets, proper sidewalks, the drains will be properly done, all so that the sidewalks can be more user-friendly, parking provided, etc. The link road, the Goodwill Link Road at the stadium area was part of that project. And also forming part of that project was to put another lane to the West Bridge. This Labour Party came into office and they did nothing. First government in the history of Dominica with a Minister of Urban Affairs and Urban Development, and Roseau has deteriorated to the worst conditions ever in the history of Dominica. The same government went and they could find money, over $30 million loan to build a palace and the city of Roseau in the condition that it is. Now you found Erica came in, destroyed Dominica to the point where they said we needed $1.3 billion to rehabilitate and restore the economy in the country. So therefore, the government must decide on priorities to do things the right way. In Roseau right now, when they took the decision to demolish the West Bridge, which was functional and operational, you have 8 lanes, Matt, going in and out of Roseau from 4 bridges. The Bath Estate Bridge, 2 lane. The Bath Road Bridge, 2 lane. The existing East Bridge, the East Low Black Bridge, 2 lane. The bridge, the Friendship Bridge, 2 lane. So if you have an emergency and you say, okay, no traffic coming into Roseau, we want to take people out, you have 8 lanes to do that. Your bottleneck probably be in Pottersville and those areas, but not in the city of Roseau. So the government had no right, no justification to demolish that bridge and to say that we're going to spend $18 million. I have no problem with the fact that as an urban development specialist, anything you do to enhance Roseau, you might say you support it, but you have to prioritize. So in terms of with respect to the retaining walls or the river defense wall, I have no problem with that. But upstream of Roseau River, in the Bath Estate area, Paradise Valley, you still have houses overhanging the river. We are approaching hurricane season and nothing has been done there. But yet you could find $18 million, you see, of CBI money, and you're paying to a foreign company. They're not the contractors, they are basically procuring the material to construct the bridge and providing management. And the cost of bridge, but anyway...
So who's building it?
Some local Dominicans and they brought in some people. But in terms of the profits, they are controlling it. And the bridge that is there and that project could not have cost more than $10-12 million. So this company is going to go out of Dominica with some $6 to $8 million. And in the project, a project of that nature doing in the city of Roseau, you would normally what they call the environmental impact. And part of that study would have looked into the question about businesses in the immediate vicinity that would be affected by the construction of that project. Malcolm Stevens and Son, Miniers, Robinsons, all these areas in the immediate vicinity would have would lose business because of the disruption to the traffic flow. The bus drivers that are providing service to areas, in south of Roseau, like Pottersville and these areas, they're going up to Foncolé. They lose a lot of business as a result because the bus stop was right next to that bridge, and the passenger would just walk across and then take there. In fact, they had at some point, the police had to go even giving them warning because they had to be stopping anywhere in Roseau to pick up passengers. And the government would not even say, okay, previous to that project, we had a bus stop next to the property of the family of Roosevelt Skerritt on Cox Street.
Yes.
So let us put these bus drivers here. They didn't do that.
Yes.
They did not do that. And so you would expect that these businesses will be compensated because in international project design and implementation, they should be compensated for the loss of income for the construction period. So you have a foreign company going out there with $6 to $8 million, and our local businesses or local contractors or local engineers had nothing to benefit. A project like this, you use it to build what they call capacity. Because right now you have the ESME, you have free movement of professionals in the Caribbean. So you want to encourage your Dominicans, develop the capacity so they can compete in St. Lucia. But when you bring in this, you have projects of this nature, you bring in foreigners to do it. It means that local engineers and contractors cannot develop the capacity to go and compete in the other islands. So all of that, and not only that, the Procurement Act was violated. Because under the Procurement Act, the intent of the Procurement Act is to ensure that government gets value for service, so that you do not waste too much money in giving projects out. And in this case there, you'd have put it out to tender because it was not an emergency project, so you could not justify giving it out to a company without tendering. And that is why the matter is in court. So therefore, again, the excess money that they're paying to the contractors, the main contractor there, that money could have gone into taking care of all the garbage around the city, around Roseau, and taking care of the other health services and so forth. And so many of the problems there, what basically is a corrupt project. And we are saying, and we are telling Dominicans, you had a before party. Before they demolished the bridge, they had a party. Now that the bridge is complete, they're going to have an after party. And at the same time, there are so many social and other issues and concerns. The public workers, that you cannot pay their redundancy pay, you cannot pay them their social security benefits and so on. And then here it is that you are giving money to foreigners to go out there for passport money, and we have so many needs in the country. And that is why we are telling people, you cannot come and celebrate such a corrupt activity. It is a corrupt activity and mismanagement of this country. And that is why we are going down.
So you think celebrations for the opening of the West Bridge on Monday is not celebration?
There should be no celebration because in addition to the issues that I raised, the Freedom Party built how many bridges? The East Lubbock Bridge, similar bridge built by the Freedom Party, no celebration. The Lai River Bridge, 2 lane, no celebration. United Workers Party built Bathurst Bridge. They built Belfast Bridge. So many bridges. There was no celebration. So it's just a way to
So what is the purpose?
The intent is political. Because right now the Dominican Labour Party is in decline, and in particular the Prime Minister. So they're trying to provide boost up things and to put him in good light. That is all it's about. But it's at the expense of taxpayers of this country, and in terms of the good management of the country, it's a waste of money. First, a waste of money at the time in terms of prioritizing the needs of the country, and bigger waste of money celebrating the construction and reopening of a bridge.
So because your critics might be saying this morning, why not celebrate $18 million just spent?
You celebrate $80 million if it was spent in the country.
Well, remember what we said, celebrating 18 million. If it was a competitive process and somebody make $1 million profit, you cannot grudge the person, is no problem. But you cannot not tender something and make a foreign company go away with $8 to $9 million in their hand, while we have so many priorities and so many things to do. And for example, you
seem confident that $8 million was not spent.
But of course, I'm not doing like the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister did not do finance. He did not do engineering, but he's an expert in everything. I did engineering, but I'm leaving it to the specialized engineers. So people in civil engineering, I'll talk to them. People in quantity surveying, I'll talk to them. They are telling you across the board, regardless of which government political party they support, they tell you this project, maximum it can cost, maximum with contingencies, is as they say $11-12 million max.
Matt, you have an example next door, right where they're constructing the bridge, the river defense wall west of the bridge, built by a Dominican, I think it was Nanton. There was a big controversy over it between the Friendship Bridge and the West Bridge. It withstood Tropical Storm Erica. It was built for about $400,000. Remember when the other contractors had issues and so on? Same length. along between the West Bridge and the Isilu Black Bridge. Reinforced concrete, repeating formwork. In other words, you don't have to every time demolish this formwork and rebuild new formwork. It's repeating formwork. That's basically what they're doing there.
Yes.
Pre-stressed steel that you purchase from Trinidad or wherever, and you build the abutments to the bridge, and that's what it's all about. And here it is that you're telling me, first time in the history of the Caribbean, I challenge them to identify any other project that was completed, $18 million project with civil engineering works completed in such a short period of time. And because they made so much money, they're giving the government, why I'm going to give you some extras. So they'll be doing the lane, the Johnson Avenue, whatever they call it. They are doing all the works around, like the repainting and so on, because they know they made a hell of a profit on this project.
In other words, you can use some of the profit to give back. You understand? And
that's what's happening.
Yes, but we don't want people to get the wrong message. We want people to understand, as technical people, we cannot talk negative on the quality of the bridge, the outcome. We are talking about the process in which this was done. It was a corrupt process. So we are saying, if you look there, what we would like Dominicans to do is say, okay, cool, it's an okay bridge compared to other bridges we have done. It's okay. Nothing wrong with it, with the bridge itself. We are concerned with the process, and we are concerned with the wastage. We are concerned about the priority, and we are saying that you cannot come and celebrate a corrupt practice.
And unfair treatment.
And unfair treatment
because
of your own people.
Businesses around this area lost a lot of revenue. And because of the construction, and you should have built into that project compensation for them for the construction period. So it is not right, it is not fair.
All right, we're going to take a break, and sometime later in the hour, we want to talk a little about the international airport. Coming up, the experts speak. 9:14. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
In other news, NBD has dropped their interest rate on vehicle loans to 7.5%.
Babe, turn up the volume on the radio.
The bank encourages customers to take advantage of this opportunity to get full financing on a vehicle with this low rate from now until May 15.
Did you hear that? 7.5% interest rate and full financing?
What's more, 3 lucky customers will get their vehicle license paid for up to 3 years. Visit a branch, call 255-2300 or go to nbdominica.com for more information and other terms and conditions.
Hun, I'm off to NBD.
Babe, wait for me.
Apply for your vehicle loan today. NBD, your partner, your bank.
Delicious and creamy coconut curry shrimp, decadent and smoky barbecue ribs, mouth-watering seafood, and a wide selection. Try a satisfying glass of our famous Greenhouse rum punch. Greenhouse Sports Bar and Grill, the ideal place for casual dining, healthy MSG-free foods. Come and dine with us in our downtown location or on the Mero Highway. And don't forget our Bayview Catering Hall, where we do weddings, company events, and so much more. Greenhouse is a place for a quality dining experience, drinks, and a comfortable ambiance. Call us in Roseau, 448-0080. In Mero, 449-7223. Visit our Facebook page, Greenhouse Sports Bar and Grill and Bayview Catering Hall. We work hard at improving our quality to meet your demands.
Comme Madame Harry Potter sacré bois chez médecin pour écouter la pharmacie, where Harry did good bossing flat, et puis on support en l'année. It is how cafe episa, and not well my last 2 words. Episa. Harry upon yes, it's true. Pisa money on support la. Doctor Dimo, to make the urine and zemo 3 times a day. Madame Lieli, do urine Harry, mew, no medicine boost, yep, are you? And where's the prescription? It is me a posh mommy. What's the sense of buying that? Lemo capi say good time. No, you see the importance of going to your pharmacist, listening to your pharmacist, and having confidence in your pharmacist. PS.plus will they place a higher premium on patient-pharmacist relationship than Quick Care Pharmacy Kote Halsbro just before the National Bank. Kote Quick Care is not just a quick fix. It's not just about tablets and spoonfuls. They've brought back the care into medicine. Whether it's a prescription or over-the-counter medication, the priority is your health. To take the right medication, the right amount for the right reason. Madam Harry, I see right in your medical book, next of King, Henrietta, Harry, movie farmer. By the way, it's next of King, King, the Harry Ukakemo movie. All I want for you is good care. That is why I always recommend Quick Care Pharmacy because they have
Oil.
Back by
by popular demand, the biggest tire sale of the year is here. Take advantage of our buy 3 tires, get 1 free at Auto Trade Limited. Oh yes, buy 3 tires and get the 4th tire absolutely free. Dependable, reliable, durable, and affordable GT tires. Offer ends May 6, 2017. Call us at 255-6878 or 255-6891 for more information. Auto Trade Limited is more than a vehicle. It's a relationship.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to be talking to Auto Trade for just about a few minutes here, and then we'll come back to the experts on the international airport being proposed by the Prime Minister. Auto Trade, good morning to you. How you doing?
Good morning, Matt. How are you?
Good to see you in the house again. It's always a pleasure. What's going down at Auto Trade today?
Well, we promised the biggest tire event of the year, and we've delivered. And It's been 2 weeks, and now we're just here to remind you that the driver's pick for 2016 and, well, for 2017 as well, because it's been doing very well. More and more people are experiencing the tire, and they're loving it because they're loving the performance, the durability, the satisfaction that they're getting from the tire. And that's the Max Miler EX. You can't go wrong, you won't go wrong. And at only $850 for a 215 7015, that's the best price. That's the best value on island.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that people are so attracted to tires at Auto Trade?
Well, it's not only the tire. The tire is good.
There's a deal going on there right now as we speak.
Of course. You buy 3 tires and you get 1 free. So, like I said, $850. You can get them as low as $690. We have sizes available to you. You can get the 8-ply. If you don't like the 8-ply, if you think it gives you too much of a firm ride, we have a 7-ply available, the Max Tour, Maximum Touring. So it will still give you that performance over those long drives, over the months that you are looking for. So it's the tires that deliver. We also have the service that cares. So when you come in, you pay one price. We quote you VAT inclusive. We mount on your tires for you. We clean your studs. We clean your rims. We take care of you. We don't just put the tire on and tell you, well, go about your way. No, we make sure that when you leave, you are safer leaving than when you came in.
How do I make my tires durable?
Well, you don't. That's like saying, how do you make your girlfriend pretty?
Because there's some tires out there that won't last you a month.
No, and the thing is, it's about shopping around. You have to do your little research. And if you research and you look up our brands are built on a reputation of quality. GT is a Chinese brand. Well, a lot of the tires come from China, but GT is a brand that has higher aspirations than where they're from. Mm-hmm. They are constantly developing and bringing out new tires and bringing out new information, bringing out new support. So GT is a brand you can depend on.
So that's quality.
For sure. A lot of the GT models that come out, they last. We actually had one instance with a customer who took off the tires before they were finished because he wanted to change them. He wanted to get some fresh tires. I was like, okay, you know what, guys? These tires don't want to finish. Just take them out. Put on the other ones for me because I made you order them and now I'm feeling guilty because the tires is there because the old ones don't want to finish. So the GT is a brand and people from all walks of life are loyal to GT. So it's not because you feel you're driving a Pathfinder or maybe a Beamer, GT might not be the brand for you. You might be surprised that might be the best tire you ever use.
When we come back, Dominica, we'll wrap it up with Auto Trade right after this.
My brothers and sisters, may the Lord keep you. I'm praying for you.
Back by popular demand, the biggest tire sale of the year is here. Take advantage of our buy 3 tires, get 1 free at Auto Trade Limited. Oh yes, buy 3 tires and get the 4th tire absolutely free. Dependable, reliable, durable, and affordable GT tires. Offer ends May 6, 2017. Call us at 255-6878 or 255-6891 for more information. Auto Trade Limited is more than a vehicle. It's a relationship.
All right, let's wrap it up with Auto Trade before we continue with our discussion with the experts this morning on the international airport proposed there by the Prime Minister of Dominica. Does it make sense? We'll ask the questions to the experts. Well, let's wrap it up with Auto Trade. Of course, you can give them a call this morning and get the tire that you need.
That's right. 255-6878, 255-6891. Give us a call. We still have batteries on special, so you can also come down, get your batteries from $180. You get a brand new battery charged, ready to go. If you have any problems with the battery, you can call. You come back to us because we provide service. So service isn't just when you buy the item; it's afterwards as well. If you're having an issue, if you need some technical support, if you just want to ask a question, we are more than willing. We are always happy to help you. We provide a wide range of services, not just mounting your tires, changing your batteries. We also offer alignment, wheel balancing services. We can also fit your tires. If you want to come to us, if you like the way that we did your job the last time, you can come again and we will do it again for you. So we are service providers. We think of ourselves as the best service providers around, and we are more than happy to provide you with whatever service that you need.
Thank you so much, and I'm sure we'll join you again next week on Wednesday.
Of course. You know, it's always good to be here.
All right. So check Auto Trade today. 9:23 is the morning time. The talk continues right here on the big station.
And to advise us on the best suited site. So all of the sites that we'll be speaking about, I will have the occasion to report to the country more extensively on the matter relating to the international airport. But suffice it to say, last year we engaged a firm to do a feasibility study of the possibility of an international airport for Dominica and to advise us on the best suited site. So all of the sites that we've been speaking about historically, except the one in Poguglu in Portsmouth, we gave consideration to those sites. I can say to you that what the experts are saying, they did not give much attention to this site, but actually the best site that they identified was in the vicinity of Ross University on this length of road in Portsmouth. But you understand the associated issues with that. But they have found a site in enough closer to Woodfordville, closer to where the judges are identified, not the precise location, but certainly in that locality. And they have advised us, and we did a number of studies quietly. Those of you who may have seen a small, I should say, it's a small little plane at how small it was at Melville. That was used to do some certain studies and so forth. So a lot of work was done in the last 6 months, quietly. So they came back and reported to us on the 20th of April with this one site which we believe would minimize on dislocation, minimize on cut and fill that would have to take place. And we will be looking at a runway of 2,500 meters in length and associated accompaniments. The projected cost of it, everything included, except for land acquisition, a complete terminal and all the necessary components of an airport, would be in the region of $220 million US.
Basically, of course, so we're going to engage the experts there for a few minutes, and of course, we'll be talking to Auto Trade Vehicles in a few minutes. But let's talk to the expert there before, of course, we engage with Auto Trade. What are your own thoughts?
But anytime I hear Mr. Roosevelt Skerrit talking about airport and international airport in Dominica, I say quick quack.
You don't believe him?
Quick quack Boishes. He's from Vegas, so probably must be a good storyteller. And I say quick quack Boishes election coming. That is why Skerrit is talking about international airport. Matt, it is ridiculous that this administration should talk about international airport when they came in. They met all the work prepared, land purchased, all the studies, the technical studies completed, and they bet at least $100 million available for the start and construction of an international airport. I, myself and Mr. Robinson, we went to St. Lucia and negotiated the 15 million euros that was given by the EU to Dominica for airport development. And this lazy, incompetent administration went to Melville Hall and they're now spending up to $220 million
US
EC to put night landing at Melville Hall. Well, all studies indicate that there was no future for the development of Melville Hall airport development.
Waste of time.
Completely waste of time. They could have just taken that money, go to the site of the international airport that was all the studies done, construct a runway the length of Melville Hall, the same, it's about 5,000 feet. You'd have safe night landing. You'd have no problems about flooding and overtopping of waves, etc. And now they will be talking about extension of that airport to get an international airport. Wasted all the money. Roosevelt Skerrit told us the last election that we have photographs of him in China, where he was going to get almost $1 billion to construct international airport and hotels. Where is that? So that's a different company now because he's under pressure by the Americans. He's telling us it's an American firm that is doing it. So you see, I'm in good relations with the Americans. So that's what it's all about. It is politicking, but he's disrespecting Dominicans. He's completely disrespecting Dominicans, the intelligence of Dominicans, to suggest that after all you said about international airport, the number of times you have promised international airport, you started by saying that we don't need an international airport. Night landing is adequate. All the promises now you come in because you're now thinking of election, and we told him no election without electoral reform. You're now talking about international airport. Do not, Dominicans, please, just as far as Mr. Roosevelt get an international airport, tell him quick quack washish.
All right, let's see a quick view from, and I will take a few phone calls and of course make a stop this morning with Auto Trade. Yes, Mr. Einstein.
Matt, as usual, I don't take the Prime Minister serious. The Prime Minister has promised several times, several different airports. I don't know which airport he promising now. And as Isaac said, that is Isaac Baptist, Joseph Isaac speaking now. So,
a little confusing,
as Isaac said, last election, and I want to add to it, he said by January, they'll start works. So the Prime Minister, although I welcome him in regards to his view now, he's seen it as the United Workers' Party has seen it for so many years. Always lagging behind time. I've said that we have made mistakes by bringing in the Roosevelt Skerrit as our Prime Minister. I'm so sorry that as a Dominican, that's where we are after 17 years of Labour Party and about 14 years of Roosevelt Skerrit. I would say, for example, one, the Prime Minister cannot tell us where he's talking about in terms of a location. But the same Prime Minister comes and he tells us about a cost. So imagine you want to build a house, you don't have the land, you don't not sure where the land is, you have no design for the house, but you know it's a 400,000 or 500,000. And he didn't say approximately 200,000, He actually said 220. So, I mean, you see, when people don't have the background, he doesn't have the background and the experience. He's always a fiasco. Abattoir, not even a big airport. Fiasco. Coffee plant, fiasco. Almost every project they conceptualize, fiasco. So I'm saying that the United Workers' Party is committed to building the international airport. And it's not a story. We have already purchased the land, paid people, everybody, in fact, they said it was record time. So I'm saying that if you are a responsible leader, you cannot have land purchased for an airport already, studies done for the airport already, and now you want to come and reinvent something else where you don't even know the location. That is just completely irresponsible, may say quick quack storyteller, and have always been dishonest with the public. You understand, in terms of the politics. So I would like to ask Dominicans to stay put, don't be discouraged, especially the young people and public officers. Don't be discouraged. The United Workers' Party will transform this economy. Finally, I want to say, and it hurt me this morning, remember I called you earlier and I told you,
yes,
I'm running up to the farm, yes. I gave a nurse a ride this morning. She's hustling early morning trying to reach, I'm not going to say where because they might try to figure out
who is that.
Yes. No incentives, so you have nurses, teachers, public or other public officers, policemen cannot get a duty-free for vehicle. to buy from, I'm not going to call a company name before I get blows from my partner. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, or from Peter Karam, Auto Trade, or Carlton.
You want everybody involved?
Yes, everybody involved. You understand? They cannot get any incentive to be able to do something like that. They cannot get an increase in salary. They cannot ever get anything to support them. But the Prime Minister is bribing people, treating people even ahead of election by giving everybody free things. So you get a house, you know, free house, gas stove, fridge, everything in it. But you don't have a title to the house, you know. But the house they give you is a pay as you go, you know, it's not on your name. So they have you stringing you along. Because you don't get territory. They again, free house, free everything, stringing you along.
For that vote?
Yes. So it's bribery, it's treating. To me, that is just evil works. To me, a Prime Minister should just come, decide you're there for 10 years, 15 years, perform, then move on. So you end up an ambassador or something else, and you keep developing yourself and exposing. People used to say I was bright when I went to school. Matt, I've met so many young people now, and to me, I find they way sharper than me. So why can't we do something where we are giving opportunity to younger people so they can be a prime minister, they can be a minister, because we do our part and we move on. You know, and that's how I'll close it in regards to the international.
All right, let's just take one or two phone calls and then we'll wrap it up. We have to continue with that discuss. Of course, Auto Trade is already here with us. Hello, talk to me. Yes? Hello?
Hey, Mr. Pelty.
Yes, quickly.
Yeah, quickly. Let me give thanks to the Isaac and Isaac too.
Yes, they'll be back. They'll be back, definitely. Yes.
All right. Let me just say two things quickly. Having to do with the brother said he do not take Roosevelt Skerrit seriously. I can understand in the context in which he said it. But you cannot have a prime minister of a country skylacking and talking foolishness. He talk about the Ross University site. I want to know how will you watch that? And the other thing is, Matt, that level of abuse there, I mean, Matt, that is just going to take us deeper down where we are. So I'd really want them to comment on that thing about the Ross University site.
All right, Isaac, I'm going to allow you to comment. We're going to take one phone call and wrap it up here this morning. Hello.
Hello, Matthias.
Yes, Sakafet. Mola.
Matthias, vamos do ça. Aonde não, Prime Minister vem architect avec tout bagay. Mi se finance, mi se architect, mi se tout bagay. Matthias, nous fini Dominique, mon cadeau. Ça qui a sauvé votre cochonnerie ça, yo que fouillant ça. Tout le monde pour dire, nous ne pouvons pas aller, nous ne pouvons pas bloquer avec vous.
All right, no problem. All right, thank you very much, Isaac. Let's talk about that possibility. The what do you call it? The Ross University possibility.
But if I was a prime minister or minister of government and any consultant suggests to me that listen, that site can take an airport, I'll dismiss him immediately. I would not even come and repeat it in the public. I would tell him, partner, listen to me. You're not a consultant yet. Go at your home. That is how ridiculous the statement is. Because in there you have all these apartment buildings, apart from alignment and so on. But it's just ridiculous to even consider looking at the Ross University or the Picard area for an international airport or airport of any magnitude in Dominica. It is just ridiculous and it's laughable.
And the environment.
And yeah, it's just a complete disrespect. And I guess they must be ignoring Mr. Roosevelt Skerrit and tell him, well, of course we looked at the Ross University side as well. But Skerrit probably in his mind he must have dreamt about it because they have not seen any consultants around here. And most Dominicans enough will tell you they have never seen no consultants around doing any studies.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. And of course, we have to invite you back here. You seem to make a perfect combination there in the morning. Thank you so much. We have a few stops this morning, business stops, and we have to, of course, thank you so much for coming in. Telephones continue to ring. All right, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Free. Venture starts here at Auto Trade Limited. 3 months, no interest. 3 years, free licensing. 3 years, free maintenance, or up to 60,000 kilometers. Go where your mind just went. Backed by 3 years of manufacturer's warranty. Promotion runs from now till June 30th, 2017. Call our main number at 255-6800 or our mobile numbers at 613-2496 or 617-2497. Terms and conditions apply. Nissan, innovation that excites.
For all all your shopping needs at the best prices in Dominica. Shop at S-Mart. Shop smart at S-Mart.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
Give me some Lotto. Oh, my favorite snacks.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
I got a top-up flow and digital.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
Sunday to Sunday.
Open on holidays.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
So much fresh fruit and produce.
Good quality service. Unlimited parking. All the best products at S-Mart. You get the best prices.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
For great prices and unlimited parking.
Entrance and exit on both Goodwin Road and Rawls Avenue.
Open 7 days a week. Call 448-2340.
Shop smart at
S-Mart.
Nissan X-Trail sets you free. Adventure starts here at Auto Trade Limited. 3 months, no interest. 3 years, free licensing. 3 years, free maintenance or up to 60,000 kilometers. Go where your mind just went. Backed by 3 years of manufacturer's warranty. Promotion runs from now till June 30th, 2017. Call our main number at 255-6800 or our mobile numbers at 613-2496 or 617-2497. Terms and conditions apply. Nissan, innovation that excites.
All right, we can stop here this morning with Nissan Auto Trade. Big deal going on there this morning for the next few days. Good morning.
Good morning, Matt. How do you do?
I'm doing okay. Very busy morning, you can see.
I realize.
But
traffic.
Yes. Everything going down there at Auto Trade?
Everything is going on well. We do still have the promotion on, the extra that sets you free promotion, where you have 3 items for free.
You come back with your tongue ties again.
Tongue twisters.
Yeah.
Your 3 items for free on our Nissan X-Trail promotion. In addition to that, we have the reduced interest rate and maintenance and all of that, all of those good things on there on a brand new Nissan X-Trail. I mean, that is one of the newest kids on the block. It's very good looking. It's very versatile. It's very on the road. It's just a vehicle that looks good. You see it and you want to own it. So that is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a few items that's going to help you own this.
It's that easy.
Very easy. And our promotion ends at the 30th of June. So please, our customers out there, just pay attention and come see us. Let's see how we can get you into that vehicle before the promotion ends June 30th.
We're coming back right after this.
Nissan X-Trail sets you free. Adventure starts here at Auto Trade Limited. 3 months, no interest. 3 years, free licensing. 3 years, free maintenance or up to 60,000 kilometers. Go where your mind just went. Backed by 3 years of manufacturer's warranty. Promotion runs from now till June 30th, 2017. Call our main number at 255-6800 or our mobile numbers at 613-2496 or 617-2497. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, now let's talk about the deal being offered at this time. Tell us.
Okay. The deal right now is you get 3 years free licensing. So for the first year, when you buy your vehicle, normally a car dealership would pay for it for you. After that, you're on your own. For the second and third year, we will pay your licensing for you. So that is 3 years in total, 3 licensing. You don't have to think of that coming out of your pocket. So you can budget that money for something else. Okay? Another thing we're going to be giving you free that you don't have to think of out-of-pocket expense for the next 3 years while you own that vehicle is the maintenance aspect of a vehicle. So for 3 years or up to 60,000 kilometers, and 60,000 kilometers, in my mind, that is, oh my gosh, I would never even finish that forever. 60,000 kilometers or for 3 years, your maintenance is free. It is on us. We'll take care of it for you. Okay? Another thing that is free is...
As a matter of fact, the amount of frees that I'm hearing, I thought the vehicle is free too.
It sounds like it is. For 3 months, for the first 3 months, you pay 0 interest. For the first 3 months, no other institution does that. For the first 3 months on your financing, because we do financing, come speak to us, we can help you get that vehicle finance, you pay 0 interest. So if you want to front load your loan, you have some excess, some amenities coming in, you can front load your loan. So when the interest starts at month 4, then that's the amount you'll be paying on. So let's say, for instance, your vehicle is $100,000. For first 3 months, you're paying only on the $100,000, no interest. So if you want to, you have at certain points, say 5,000 or 10,000 or 15, 20,000, you want to put on there. In the end, at month number 4, when your interest kicks in, you'll be paying on $50,000, $60,000 or $80,000, how much, according to how much you've already uploaded your loan with for the first 3 months. All right. Now, Mart, everybody always saying that maintenance is so expensive. We have looked into that, and we have made our maintenance cost even lower, thereby cost of ownership on a vehicle from AutoTrade, the Nissan X-Trail, being so much cheaper to own, so much cheaper to maintain after you've purchased the vehicle. Brakes. What do you think the set of brakes costs for Nissan X-Trail? Make a wild guess.
500?
You're close. It's just about $400 for set of brakes at AutoTrade Limited.
Yeah, you can still give me the gift.
And it's Nissan genuine brakes. It's not aftermarket brakes. It's genuine Nissan brakes. Okay? That is going to last longer because it is from the manufacturer. It's what is recommended by the manufacturer. It's not the other material that when you put it on in 2 months, it's already
You take a smell.
Yeah, and then it starts dissipating on your vehicle. Air filter and oil filters, $100. $50 for oil filters. Tires, even tires, and especially right now, I'm sure you probably heard Jordan a little while ago, we have a promotion going on tires. And the tire on its own is only $250. Actually, it's lower than $250 for a tire for a Nissan X-Trail. So cost of ownership, we have looked at all angles to see how we can lower the cost of ownership on the vehicle, because that's one of the main things in ownership of a vehicle is the cost of ownership, is what you have to spend in the future years of owning that vehicle, and we have made that even easier for you.
It's a total package.
Total package.
And when we come back, she'll tell you how you can get in touch with AutoTrade and own your Nissan this morning, okay? Thank you very much for coming back right after this.
Nissan X-Trail sets you free. Adventure starts here at AutoTrade Limited. 3 months, no interest. 3 years, free licensing. 3 years, free maintenance, or up to 60,000 kilometers. Go where your mind just went. Backed by 3 years of manufacturer's warranty. Promotion runs from now till June 30th, 2017. Call our main number at 255-6800 or our mobile numbers at 613-2496 or 617-2497. Terms and conditions apply. Nissan, innovation that excites.
All right, now tell me before you go how we can own that Nissan.
Very easy. For one thing, you call in, you speak to one of the 2 sales representatives there, 613-2496, that is Nikolai.
Okay.
Or 617-2497, that is Shavara. Or if you cannot get any one of them, 255-6800, and they will redirect your call to the sales area. So it's call in any one of them, speak to them, talk to us, we'll take it on to our finance, Ms. Alfred St. Louis, speak to our finance department, and we'll work with you. Interest rate right now on the Nissan X-Trail for this promotion is at 6.5% mark. Total reduction from a 10% that we have.
You make things so easy.
6.5%. And our turnaround time in approval is 1 working day. Within a working day, as soon as you get all of your documentation sorted, you know if you're approved. You don't have to wait for a board for an entire week or an entire month to know if you're approved to buy a car. Within 1 working day, as long as you have all your documentation brought back into the finance officer, we can tell you, yes, you're approved or no, you're approved.
All right, give us those numbers again before you go.
613-2496, Nikolai Boston, 617-2497 for Michelle Vara Joseph, or 255-6800 for main switchboard, and the calls can be directed to any one of the salesperson or even myself at 613-2109.
You have too many numbers to remember. Well, thank you for coming in this morning. And of course, it's 9:46. We have another stop in the next 2 minutes. Thank you so much with the Muslims. Thank you. Thank you.
Nissan X-Trail sets you free. Adventure starts here at Auto Trade Limited. 3 months, no interest. 3 years, free licensing. 3 years, free maintenance or up to 60,000 kilometers. Go where your mind just went. Backed by 3 years of manufacturer's warranty. Promotion runs from now till June 30th, 2017. Call our main number at 255-6800 or our mobile numbers at 613-2496 or 617-2497. Terms and conditions apply. Nissan, innovation that excites.
Good morning. I just wish you could participate in the discussion we've having there for the past few minutes. Karen is laughing. Karen, if you want, you could still share. But we have a stop with the Muslim Store every Wednesday. Brad is in the house. Dr. Brad.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning. How you doing this morning? How you doing?
I'm fine. Well, I woke up fine.
Yes.
Went to work fine. Came here fine.
All right.
Until we are having this discussion, and Karen is making.
I just said when I retire from this, I would like to have a book written on the side conversations.
So it's a studio side conversation.
Yes.
Okay. A lot of people.
Private discussions with Matt.
I know.
Yeah, because a lot of people who are listening right now would very much like to know
what they're talking about there.
I know, but surprising they would like to be part of it. Everybody will have a different opinion.
Yes.
When you turn the mics off, what happens?
That's true. That's true.
Sometimes we have more interesting discussions.
Before
and after.
Kind of warm up.
Like a warm, right?
Let's say good morning, Karen. Let's say good morning.
Good morning to you, Matt. Good morning to you, Brad. Good morning to Dominica, the Eastern Caribbean, and those via the internet. And if it's your first time, welcome to the Muslim Store program. And today we are here to talk about items available at the Muslim Store. Hi, Brad.
Good morning, Karen.
Hi.
And well, sorry about the good morning. I've been getting a lot of warning lately.
Warnings, huh?
Yeah.
They tell you stay away from Karen?
That's right. That's right. So from now on, your chair is going to be on the next side. My chair is going to be here.
So Karen, you sit here, you sit here.
Thanks.
So you're away from each other. I don't know what happens.
But which one is that, Brad?
Okay.
But many men.
Oh, yesterday, a particular one.
I just don't know what happens.
Okay.
What happens? You know what they call footsie? Maybe giving her the signal or you giving her the signal? No, Brad, don't say that. So what's at the Muslim store this morning?
Good morning to all our listeners. Good morning to and I've never done that before.
No, it's like you're just taking my style. No, Brad, come on, do something else. Hello.
Good morning to all our listeners via the internet and radio. Especially to the people of this very lovely village, very village of Lapland. You know, you give Jordan all the big up and whatnot. I am telling the people of Lapland a very good morning to you all and goodwill. You know, so if you're hating on these two communities, then that's your business. Now, I am here this morning to encourage our young people, old people, whoever you are, whether you're male or female, that you need to keep fit in one way or the other. I mean, a lot of us have health issues in different ways, and one of the ways that we can actually help ourselves is by exercising. And at the Muslim store, we have a lot of things there. We can give you that great body shape that you've been looking for. You know, the nice little abs up, the ripped up six pack you've been looking for. You know, and ladies, you know, all the little thing that when you lift up your arm to a 90 degree, the little jig thing that's be shaking under there, you need to take it out. So you need to come down at the Muslim store to find yourself one of these gym equipments. Well, right there we have about 8 different bikes, and we also have the elliptical bikes. We know these are the stepping bikes where you could actually move your arms and your legs to give you that fitness that you've been looking for. So for those of us that can't go out, whether it's after work or before work, we don't have the time, we don't have the strength, you need to come down at the Muslim store to purchase yourself a bike. I'm not talking a bike where you go hang in the village. I'm talking about the stationary bikes that will give you that. I mean, you might be wondering, how a bike going to help me? What for you to do is try one. Just try one and you'll realize what I'm telling you is true. You need to keep fit and you need to keep up to date and you need to keep that body you've always been looking for, you've been dreaming of. You've been dreaming about a body since 1901. Right now is the time to come down at the Muslim store to see how you can actually get that body. Right, Karen?
Yes, this is so true. And you can do this in the comfort of your home. So you don't have to wake up in the early mornings, you know, maybe being afraid, getting bitten by a dog, or maybe someone walking at your back. You can do it in the comfort of your own home. You can wake up in the morning and get it done. And you can also do it after work or during your favorite some offers.
Yeah. I mean, we have certain people who have become so much into their gym work. It's like they find any little opportunity to actually go on to their exercising bikes or their treadmills or whatever it may be at their home. So all it takes is about 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't take a whole lot of time, of your time, and you just give yourself that little fitness that you've been dreaming of since 1901, you know. And with the bikes, you can actually check your pulse, you can check your calories, you can see the speed you're actually pedaling, you can check the distance you have pedaled for, or you can time yourself, you know. So these are the things you can get at the Muslim store. I mean, we have other gym things at the Muslim store, but the bikes will surely help you in one way or the other to get to the point that you've been dreaming of since 1901.
And we just want to remind all our listeners that we have our different purchase plans on these bikes. So if you want to do it cash, you can also do it. We also have our layaway plans where you go down to the store, you try the bike, you see whichever one suits you the best, and you make a deposit of 1/3 of the amount. You go home and you keep on coming in to pay, and when you're for paying, you get it. We also offer higher purchase plans as well, where you don't have no late fees and no hidden charges. You just have to bring your last pay slip and ID, or if your workplace does deductions, you know, we love to give deduction forms. So you just go to your votes clerk, you get it stamped and return it to us. So these are just our easy purchase plans available at the Muslim store. Our 21-day plans as well. You just have to deposit half of the amount. You go with it and you come back to pay in 21 days.
Yes, that's so true. I'm using your lines though. Today I'm actually using your lines.
All right.
You know what's your line? Oh, that's so true. Yes, that's so true, Karen. As I'm saying, it's not just for fitness, but there are some of us, including me, who have knee injuries and who need something to actually help us, to strengthen our knees, to strengthen our bones and our muscles. So the bikes will actually help you in regaining that strength that you have lost in the past time. So you just need to come down. There are different sizes of bikes. We have bikes that can stand the weight of up to 300 pounds. So you could just come down at the Muslim store and get your elliptical bike or your normal stepper bike or your basic bike to help you with your basic needs.
Okay, so are you going to purchase one? I'm Barty that you have an injury?
Yeah, I have an injury.
What happened to his knee?
Long story.
Yeah, so we just want to encourage everyone who's looking for an exercise bike. The best place to go down to is at the Muslim store, where we have different types of exercising bikes, and you can do this in the comfort of your own home. So you don't have to wake up very, very early in the morning. I'm saying that I'm going to walk all the way to Point Michelle, or I'm going all the way to Kentfield, or maybe to Shoredale. No, you don't have to.
Nobody wouldn't go Shoredale, Karen. Don't try.
And I think that's the best place you can walk up to.
No.
So you can do this in the comfort of your own home. So what you have to do, just go down to the store. You could try whichever one that you like, and Brian is there to assist, and he will tell you which is the best one for you. And as you said before, it gives you your time, your distance, your calories. So these are very, very good bikes. And for all those who are diabetics, those who have pressure, and you just need to exercise, to be healthy and to keep fit. So the best place to go down to right now is at the Muslim store on the Bayfronts, where we have all these great products available.
That's so true.
So don't forget to check the Muslim store today, and I just want Brad to tell you where you can find it in Roseau, the capital city. Let me see if he remembers.
In the corner of Dim, Eugenia Charles Boulevard, and Kennedy Avenue.
And for more information, you could call us at
448-2811. She likes me to. Every time we are saying a number, she's looking at me like.
She wants you to say it together.
Say it with me. Say it with me.
All right. See you again next week. It was a pleasure. 9:59. News is next. Hey, Mr. Louis, if you're listening, please give me a call, huh?
Marigold Development Corporation alongside Kubuli, Fine Food Inc., MCCU, Heineken, Belfast Estate, and yours present I Love Marigold concert for this Mayfair and Marigold Reunions Volume 2. Sunday, April 30th at the Fisheries Complex from 10 p.m. and go straight into Juve. There will be live entertainment from Soca Sensation straight out at TNT. Show in Winchester. The Caribbean #1 party band, the Swing Stars. The Pioneers of Uyo Music, the Big Bad WCK. scratching and mixing all the hottest tunes. It's powered by the biggest and cleanest sound, the Club DVD. The price is only $40. Yes, you heard right. All these for only $40. So call in on my party people. From Philip Soufriere to Capuchin, from Bossy to Kashaku, Marigot is the line. Sunday, April 30th for the I Love Marigot concert at the Fisheries Complex. It's all about Mayfest and Marigot Reunion, Volume 2. Don't miss it.
Welcome to Q95's morning news update for today, Wednesday, April 26, 2017. Brought to you compliments Dominica Bavarian Beverages Limited and DG Cell.
More megabytes, better prices. Choose how you move on the go with Digicell's new best data value plans, starting from $2.50. Digicel has expanded your prepaid data options with the addition of 3 7-day data plans of up to 1 gigabyte, 3 30-day plans of up to 3 gigabytes, plus a 1-day and 14-day data plan. Activate today by dialing *140# and enjoy data plans at the best value. Digicel.